Welcome back, coders. So now it's time to discuss about the JavaScript math object. The JavaScript math object will allow you to perform mathematical tasks on numbers. So this is basically math intensive, not JavaScript intensive. And you have to good understanding about math. Then these things are very easy for us. Like this is the lunar number pi. This is actually a mathematical term. Okay, so most of these things are math intensive. So if you have good understanding in mathematics, basic mathematics, then this chapter is not very big deal for you. So I'm discussing, try to solve most of the problems. The JavaScript, okay, so this is math pi. We all know pi means 3.14. So this is very simple. The math object, unlike other object, the math object has no constructor. The math object is static. All methods and properties can be used without creating a math object first. Okay, all methods can be used without creating math object. No need to create the object. Math properties constant. The syntax of any math property is math property. JavaScript provides a mathematical constant that can be accessed as math properties. So this is math lunar number. So you have to know what is lunar number, what is pi. This is the square root. This is simple. This is the square root of 1/2. This is 2. This is natural logarithm. You have to understand the logarithm. So math intensive. Basically this is math. So this is a different genre. Even though I am trying to solve most of the issues. So log 2. So base logarithm of e, okay, so they are providing the answers. Okay, math methods. The syntax for math method is method number. There are 4 common methods to round a number to an integer. Math round, so this is round to the nearest integer. Math ceiling, rounded up to the nearest integer. Math floor, returns rounded to nearest integer. Math truncate, this is part of the x, returns the integer part of the x. So I have a great analogy to understand the math floor and math ceiling. A ceiling means this is the ceiling fan. Where it remains in the top. Where is the floor? It is in the bottom. So math ceiling will, so this is the great analogy. If you, mnemonic technique you can say. So if you remember this, then you will never forget it. Okay, so math ceiling means it will always upwards, it will round it to upwards, and math floor downwards. So you see math floor round down, math ceiling upwards. So 4.1, so it will output 5, 4.5, 5, 4.95, but math floor will downward. So remember this analogy. This is math ceiling means it remains top. So ceiling will go upwards, okay, and floor will downwards. So math round, but math round will nearest integer, okay. We'll see the example, okay. Math round. So math rounds, see the examples. So math round returns the value of x round to its nearest integer. So its nearest integer is 4.6. Why 6? If it is above 5, 5 or above 5, it will be 6. Sorry, 5, 4.5. I mean 5 and above, it will return 5. But if I give 4.4, it is 4. So 5 and above will turn into 5. And if it is 5 and less than 5, it will turn to the nearest integer. Nearest integer is 4. Okay, I am showing you. If it is 5, then it will round it up to 5. If it is 6, 5 to 9, it will round it up to 5. Okay, but if it is 5.1 to 4, it will turn into 4. So I have shown you already. So math ceiling returns the value of x rounded up to the nearest integer. Again I am showing you, math ceiling means it will go upwards. Remember the ceiling, This is the good naming technique. So math ceiling. So you see this is 4.9. Okay, 4.9 means it will go upwards. So 4.95. Okay, I am giving less. 4.2. Always upwards. 4.2. But if I give it round, say it will become 4 because it is below 5. The 2 is below 5. It will, if I use round, say math round, round, it is 4. But if I give math ceiling, it will turn upwards like that. Okay, like ceiling upwards. But there is a case, if math ceiling, if the number is 4.2, then it will also go also upwards, but there is a technique over here. See, say 4.2. I'm showing you minus 4.2. So it's minus 4 upwards. It's upwards. So can you tell me, write down in the comment, is minus 4, just a minute, is minus 4 greater or minus 4.2 greater? Which one is greater? Write down in the comment. So is minus 4 is greater or minus 4.2 is greater? Which one is greater? So write down in the comment box and match message afterwards. So basically it's showing is 4 and it's going upwards. As it is ceiling, it's going upwards. But why minus 4? Minus 4 is that you see this is the order. Okay, minus was 1 is greater, minus 2 is less greater, 3 is less, like that way. In the number line, negative numbers decrease the value as you move left. The closer a negative number is to 0, the greater it is. This is very important. The closer a negative number is 0, the greater it is. So it is closer to 0. It is less closer to 0. It is less closer to 0 than 2. It is less closer to 0 than 3. So very closer to minus 1. So which one is closer? This is the greatest number. Since minus 1 is closest to 0, it is the longest among the given numbers. So this is opposite, vice versa. And naturally what happens? 9 is greater than, in traditional way, 9, or positive numbers, 9 is greater than 1, right? But here, minus 1 is greater than minus 9. Okay, so this is vice versa. Okay, so it is going upwards. So minus 2, minus 4.2 is less than minus 4. That's why it's going upwards. Okay, math floor. Can you remember naming technique? Math floor means, sorry, math floor means it will go downwards, opposite to the math ceiling. Okay, so math floor 4.9. So it will go downwards. So 4.9, initially they started with minus 4.4. Sorry, this is math ceiling. This is math floor. We need floor. Floor will go downwards. Okay, so 4.7. So downwards means 4. It will go downwards. But if it is ceiling, it will be 5, opposite. Or I'm showing you in a different. Will not the output two things? So they are not outputting. No problem. Mm, oh, sorry. I'm giving both math floor. I need to give math ceiling, CEIL. it's not working here. Okay, no problem. So math floor means below, so it's going downwards. But if I give math ceiling 4.7, it will go upwards 4.7. So it's 5 and another one is 4. So remember this technique always, so you will never forget. Okay, and now come to the negative point. Okay, so minus 4.2 minus 4.2 minus 4.2. Okay, so it's minus 5. So math floor means it will go downwards. So which one is in between? In between minus 4.2 and minus 5. Which one is greater? Which is close to 0? This is close to 0. So this is greater than minus 5. So what will happen? It will math floor. So it will go downwards. Floor means below. So it will go downwards. So it's minus 5. Nearest downwards. Okay. Okay, this is math truncate. This is the integer part. So integer means what? Integer, I have the explanation over here. So integer, you see the integer. So integer means positive number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative numbers are also integers. 0 is also integer. Non-integer examples, decimals, fractions, and fractions. So this is non-integers. This is integers. So what they are returning? Math integers. They will return the integer part. Okay, it may be minus, whatever it is, but they will return the integer part. If I give 0, 0. So this is the integer part. They will just return the integer part, nothing else. Okay. And you can do it 4.9, 4.7, whatever you do, 4.9, say 4.9. They will, or 5, say 5.7.9. Okay. They will return the integer part. So this is integer, and I have told you already what are integers. Positive numbers, negative numbers, and 0. These are integers. Okay. So math sign returns if x is negative, it will return negative, null, or positive. So if it is minus, it will return negative. If it is 0, it will return null. So I am showing a math.sign. Okay. So math.sign minus 4. So minus 4, what will return? They will return minus 1. So math.sign equal to 0. What it will return? 0. Math dot any positive number. Okay. Math dot sign, say 7. So it is plus 1. So they will return three things: minus 1, plus 1, or null, or 0. Null or positive. Null or positive. 0. Math turn and math sign were added. It was the part of ECMAScript. So there is a noise. I'm just stopping, then coming back. So math sign will provide you negative, null, or positive. Okay, like that. So this is mathematical term, more math intensive, not JavaScript intensive. Okay, math power, math power returns the value of the x of the power of b. So it's 64. If it is 7, it is 49. How it is? Say 7 means 7 square. Okay, or you can say 7 into 7. I mean 49. Okay, if it is 8 square, or if you give 3, if you change the power, so what will happen? 349 into 7, so it will become 343. So it means 7 cube, I mean 7 into 7 into 7. Okay, math square root. So this is the square root of, so square root of 64. I mean, what is happening? Square root, I mean 64, like that. So it is 8. Or you can say 8 into 8 equal to 64. It's like that. So this is also simple everyday math, primary or high school math. So math absolute power. So absolute positive value. So what is the absolute positive value? Okay, absolute positive value 4.7. They will ignore the negative. Okay, so math f's returns the absolute positive value of x. So if I change something, it will return 7.7. If I make it positive number, say 8.7, 8.7, they will ignore the negative. Math absolute. Okay, math sign returns a sign value. This is trigonometry. Okay, returns the same value of angle given radians. If you want to use the degree instead of radians, you have to convert degree to radians. So angle. So this is everyday math, nothing else. Okay, math sign. So its result is 1. Math cos returns the cosine. So those who are coming in the programming, they are already done with the basic maths in their school or high school program. So this is very simple. So math mean and math max. Mean means it will find out the minimum value among this collection, and it will find the maximum value among this collection. So mean means, so this is 0, this is 150, 30, 20, minus 8, minus 20. So which is the minimum value, I mean lowest number. So this is definitely highest than minus, this is definitely highest, this is definitely highest, this is definitely highest. Now two negative numbers are over here. Now you have to consider among these two which one is higher among two negative numbers. So which is closer to 0? Is it minus 8 closer to 0, or is minus 20 closer to 0? So minus 8 is closer to 0. That means it's higher, it's lower. So this is the lowest number. Okay. Likewise, this is max. Max means it will find out the highest number. So highest number is 150. Okay, math random. They have a dedicated chapter for random. So math random numbers, 0 inclusive and 1 exclusive. So it will provide you the random number. So you can every time it will give you different random numbers. Random means random number. Okay, and they have a dedicated chapter, no problem. So between 0 inclusive, 1 exclusive, you will learn math random next chapter. Math log, this is the logarithm. Okay, so logarithm means I have the explanation for logarithm. So if you want to start and you are trying to ignore out how many times you need to multiply itself. So this is logarithm. Before understanding logarithm, you have to understand that. So what is the imagine you have a $1 and put it bank and 100% interest they instead calculating. So this is the natural limit. Okay, this is called lunar number. Okay, so lunar number means imagine you have $1 and it will bank, it gives you 100% interest. But instead of calculating interest once in a year, the bank does it many times in a year, monthly, daily, or even second. If interest is applied once a year, you will get $2. If interest is applied frequently, continuously, even tiny fraction of second, the maximum it can reach to this number. Okay, this is lunar number. So lunar number is basically needed in before understanding log, you have to understand the lunar number. So lunar number means where it is used in compound interest, used in finance for calculating continuous growth, population growth, models exponential population increase, machine learning or running AI use activation function like sigmoid and softmax, physical and engineering, appears in natural processing like radioactive decay. Then you have calculator that tells you how many times you need to multiply a lunar number to match a certain number. So this is log. So math log means 0. 1 means 0. So if you start with 2 point lunar number and you are trying to figure out how many times you need to multiply e by itself, it gets closest to possible. So this is basically for this one, okay. So if you try to, it's possibly to 3. If you try to start with about 2718 lunar number and you try to figure out how many times you need to multiply to get it as possible 3, the answer is approximately 1.1. Imagine you have a calculator tells you how many times you need to multiply e about here to reach a certain number. So this is 1. This is all about log. Okay, imagine you have a calculator tells you how many times you need to multiply a lunar number to reach a certain number. So if you ask how many times should I multiply to get it, the answer is 0 time, because anything raised to the power 0 is 1. So if you start with the about and you are trying to figure out how many times you need to multiply e by itself to get a close as possible 3, the answer is approximately 1.1. Imagine you have a calculator and tells how many times you need multiply to reach a certain number. If you ask how many times should I multiply to get it, so always remember that how many times you need to multiply to reach a target value. If someone asks you how many times do I need to multiply 2 by itself to get 8, the answer is 3, since 2.22 into 2 into 8. Okay, so math log 2 is asking the power do I need to raise. So this is the main theory behind that. Okay, main concept behind that. Every log, for every log. Okay, so this is for every log. This is the basic concept. If someone asks how many times do I need to multiply 2 to get 8, so how many times do I need to get, how many times do I need to multiply 2 by so to get 8, the answer is 2. Okay, so if you understand this concept, you'll understand the log, and same way like that. So this is basically a math. If you have good understanding, then it will not be a big deal. And they have a lot of methods. I will discuss it in the later chapters. So this is all about math. And in the next tutorial, we will discuss about random. So if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned, stay connected. It will be a wonderful journey, a wonderful JavaScript journey. So you will be able to learn a lot from novice to ninja. Thank you very much. Stay tuned, stay connected. Okay, now discuss about the math random. Okay, JavaScript random. So math random. Previously we have discussed a little bit. Now it has a dedicated chapter for that. And math random returns a random number between 0 inclusive and 1 exclusive. So it will give you a random number. Okay, it's changing randomly. So it's 0 inclusive, 1 exclusive. Okay, in between 0 and 1. Okay, math random always returns a number lower than 1. So this is very important. It will always return a number lower than 1. JavaScript random integers. Math random used with math floor can be used to return random integers. There is no such thing as JavaScript integers. We are talking about numbers with no decimal here. So math floor, math random into 10. So it's 4. So it will vary. And there is a technique, math random, it will return your number 0 to 1 and it's multiplying with 10. So you can see what it is returning. Then math floor. Floor means, can you remember? Floor means it's upward. As ceiling fan remains in the up. Okay. So let's see what it will return. It will return 5. Now if you make it math floor, okay, then it will give you upwards. So it will give you upwards. Okay, math random element. So return a random number 0 to 9. So it will give you 0 to 9, always 0 to 9. Excuse me, in between 0 to 9. And math flow random, if you return a random number 0 to 10. If you return a number 0 to 10, you should multiply it by 11. Okay, then return a random integer from 0 to 99, 100. Okay, 100. Between 0 to 99. So this technique will return your number 0 to 100. So you can see the results by piece. So if you want 0 to 99, then you should do that. This is very simple. This is everyday math. Math floor, math random. If you want this number 0 to 100, then you have to follow this technique. And random integer 1 to 10, then you have to follow this technique. Okay, so you can watch this 1 to 100, both included. Okay, so it will give you a random number 1 to 100. Okay, so after that they are providing you a function by aggregating all those functions. So as you can see from the example above, it might be good idea to create a proper random function to use for all random integer purposes. The JavaScript function always return a random number between min included and max excluded. Okay, they are making a solution, best solution, by congregating all the function, scattered function. Okay, so if you click, you will get some random numbers. Similar way, the JavaScript function always return a random number between min and max both included. And here is min included, max excluded. Here is both included. Okay, so this is the final function, ready-made function. You can use it. Okay, if this does not serve your purpose, you can go for homemade function. Okay, there is nothing tricky or nothing tough over here. So this is very user friendly, everyday math. Nothing else. So if you have problem in understanding, let me know, then I will give you explanation. Okay, and if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Stay tuned, stay connected. Thank you very much. See you soon.